Good morning, boys and girls, and happy Wednesday. So, yesterday we talked about the first two stages in the butterfly life cycle. Remember, stage one is the egg, all right? That's where the caterpillar does all of its growing. Then, stage number two is finally the caterpillar when it hatches. So, we're going to continue with the book that we were reading yesterday to learn a little bit more about the life cycle of a butterfly and to find out what stage three and stage four in the life cycle are. So let's continue where we left off from yesterday. So here, yesterday, we left off where we saw the picture of the caterpillar. Now this was the full grown caterpillar. Remember, it looks a little different. Remember yesterday we saw this is what the caterpillar looks like when it first hatches outside of the egg. But this is more of a caterpillar that we're used to seeing. So here it says that the caterpillar grows so much that its skin becomes tight. The caterpillar is ready to molt. Let's talk about that. Do you have a favorite pair of pants or a favorite shirt that you've worn when you were a little kid, but now that you've gotten bigger, it doesn't fit anymore and it starts to get tight? Maybe you can't move your arms in it. Sometimes like a jacket come the winter season, mom and dad pull out your winter coat and then you're walking around, you can't put your arms down because the coat is so tight because you've done some growing. Well, that's the same thing with a caterpillar. So remember, the caterpillar loves to eat and it just eats and eats and eats and eats and eats and eats and eats like that's what the caterpillar's job is. So as it eats, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and its skin gets tight. So what happens is it molts. That just means that it's going to be able to shed the skin and out will come the bigger caterpillar. We don't do that. We grow, but we grow at a slower rate. You know how you get a little bit taller and maybe your feet get bigger. So you notice those kinds of things when you go to put something on and realize, oh, these shoes are too small, or these clothes are too small, or mom and dad might mark somewhere in your home on how tall you are, and they say, oh, you grew a few more inches. But that happens over a slower period of time, not for a caterpillar. That caterpillar eats, and grows, eats, and grows, eats, and grows. So this illustration here is showing how this was the old caterpillar's skin and it splits open and the new caterpillar just crawls right out. And then the old skin just hardens and disappears. And then it happens again. The caterpillar is going to eat and grow and molt and eat and grow and molt about 4 or 5 times before it is a fully grown caterpillar. So here we see that the caterpillar molted again. It crawled out of its old skin. And now finally, here is the caterpillar where it is now ready to start stage number 3 in the life cycle of a butterfly. So here it says the caterpillar is now fully grown. It looks for a safe place to rest because it's exhausting, all of that eating and all of that molting. So now it's going to rest to get ready for stage number 3. So when the caterpillar is ready to enter stage number 3, it's going to drop a sticky liquid from its body onto the resting place. So this is a leaf here. And so here's the little pad, the little sticky spot that it made, almost like a web, like what a spider spins, okay, the silk web. So it makes this little silk button and it hardens so that it makes the caterpillar stick to that spot. And now the caterpillar hangs upside down. It looks like a little hook, all right? It hooks its back 2 legs. Here you see. So remember we learned that caterpillars have little hooks or claws on their legs. So now it's hooked onto the pad and it's hanging upside down. And now the caterpillar's skin splits open and falls away. And the caterpillar has changed into a pupa. A hard case called a chrysalis covers the pupa. The pupa changes into an adult butterfly inside of the chrysalis. So there we have our stage number 3, a chrysalis. Say it with me, chrysalis. Yeah, it's a difficult word. So the caterpillar gets itself in position, and by the end, when it's officially all done, it is fully enclosed in this covering called a chrysalis. And that is where the change happens. So butterflies do something called a metamorphosis. We're learning a lot of big words. Say it with me, metamorphosis. Excellent. So when something goes through a metamorphosis, it means it changes completely. And that's what happens because remember, this was a caterpillar that went inside of the chrysalis for stage 3 of the life cycle. But a caterpillar isn't going to come out for stage 4. What comes out on stage 4, the last stage of the life cycle of a butterfly, is a beautiful butterfly. So you can still see a little bit of the chrysalis on the outside. It changed color, it almost like dried out, okay? And it says, the new butterfly breaks out of the chrysalis. It stretches its damp wings, damp means that they're a little wet, until they are flat. So see, it had to squish its wings inside of that chrysalis, and it comes out a little all squished, but then the air helps to dry out their wings, and then they become the beautiful big butterfly wings that we know. Now the butterfly is ready to fly. So that's pretty cool how the metamorphosis or the change happens inside of the chrysalis. We don't know how it does it. We can't see inside of it, but it goes in on stage 3 as a caterpillar into the chrysalis, but then for stage 4 comes out as a beautiful butterfly. So there we have stage 3 and stage 4. So stage 3 is the chrysalis, and then the metamorphosis or the change happens inside of the chrysalis, and then finally we get stage 4, which is the beautiful butterfly. And then it'll just happen again. That butterfly will go lay an egg, that egg will hatch into a caterpillar, that caterpillar will eat and molt, eat and molt, eat and molt, and then finally just find a resting spot and turn into stage 3 into its chrysalis. It'll go through its metamorphosis and turn into the beautiful butterfly. So today we talked about the chrysalis stage, stage 3, and the butterfly stage, the 4th and final stage in the life cycle of the butterfly. But remember, it's not really the last thing because it'll go again and again and again. So today your task is to share on Seesaw just like you did yesterday, but instead of sharing about stages 1 and 2, today you're going to share about stages 3 and stage 4. All right, so I can't wait to hear what you learned, and if you learned an interesting fact, go ahead and share that as well. All right, I will see you tomorrow for the end of our lesson. Have a great day. Bye.